Joining me now on this episode of Local Source EP is the owner of Texas Terri's Paint Party, Miss Terri Barnes. Miss Barnes, how you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to have you on because of your type of business. I've seen so many businesses like yours, and I see especially the artwork behind you. You are basically what it says. You are a paint party.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Talk a little bit about your business for me.
Okay. So I'm a mobile business. I work out of my home, so I don't have like a brick and mortar where people come and do this. But it's basically a paint and sip, and I take you step by step to completing the painting, and I make it fun. And so we have music, we have prizes. I do some different door prizes and contests and things like that. And not contests like competing against with painting, but just fun stuff. And that's basically it. I set everything up and teach it, and then clean everything up for you. And I do private events. So like I have one that's coming up soon that will be on their ranch outside, and it's a good size party. And so I set everything up. They'll provide the tables in this case, and but I clean it all up for them also. As far as my supplies. But we're doing that one is outside. But I have had some private ones just on a table in the living room or wherever, really.
That's so awesome.
I also do team building type of events. So for a business, I have one coming up with Texas Tech medical students. That's going to be a really big one. And another one, it's a small one from an office that there's like 7 people. So all different sizes, and it's fun painting. It's not like you don't have to have any experience doing it. Most of my painters have never painted before.
Oh wow, that's what are some of the steps during when you're starting the party and getting everything going with the customers and everything like that? What are some of the things you start out with, and how do you get the ball rolling on the party?
Well, I mean, first of all, you're gonna walk in and see the easel, and usually it's a canvas, and usually it's gonna have the drawing already on there for you. So you don't have to worry about trying to draw it just right or make it look the way you want it to. It's already going to be set as far as the outline of something. Mm-hmm. And then I have all the paints. I usually provide different colors than even what I have, displayed. Mm-hmm. In case there's some people that really want to do their own thing, and then there's some people that want to do it exactly the same, and both are fine. And then I will explain a little bit, like, this is the brush we're going to use for this. This is the brush we're going to use for this. How to get the paint on the brush, which sounds obvious, but it really isn't. And then we just get started, and I'll take them step by step. First all the background, and this is how we're going to do this background, and then start, putting on the bigger portions, and then the last is all the little details. And the details are the fun part, because it's usually, not always, but sometimes it's sparkly or little metallic colors, and it's just a bunch of fun. And in between there, we usually I take lots of pictures, and we do some drawings. So I have usually I give away a paint kit, which I also sell. If, say, you wanted to do this, but you didn't want to have me at your house, you just want to do your own thing. And so I put it all together in a kit, and it has the canvas, basically the same as what I do in person, but it's written down, and all the paints and all the materials are there.
Well, that sounds like a fun time, even if they don't do it with you as a group, just purchasing your product and being able to do it at home. That's something awesome. A lot of people think of parties like this as just for adults, but you don't only do it for adults, correct?
No, I also do children's parties, and so there's usually the kids' parties to me are really laid back and easy, because children don't usually have all the hangups that we have as adults and being creative. And they're just free. And I put the paints out there and they love to mess with it. Most of them don't want to follow instructions, which I totally get, because I did not either. I actually did not like to color. I liked crayons, but I didn't like to get a coloring book and color. Like, to me, I just thought, why am I doing this? Give me a pencil and paper and something else, but I didn't want to follow the directions as I was, doing this. And so that's how a lot of kids are. And they just want to have a good time and be creative and kind of let loose. But it's kids, it's basically the same thing. And I'll direct them as much as they want, just kind of guide them a little bit. But most of the time they just have fun with it. And parents are happy because they're entertained for, a good hour and a half. And I clean it up for them too. So a lot of parents don't like to, a lot of parents don't like to mess with messy things like, paints and glitter. Well, I don't do glitter, but that kind of stuff. So.
Well, that's, and then do you have different templates, or how does one choose, like, I guess a painting? Are some of those behind you? Are those some of your examples?
Yeah, these are some of the paintings that I've done at, for adults. And on my website, I have a lot of these paintings there where you can select. And if I update it, then they'll be updated. But sometimes I'm not so good at the computer thing. And so I get behind on that. But you can always email or text me or call me or anything me. And if you have something in your mind that you would like, I might actually have it, or I can create it for you. So, but most of it is on my website. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, where you can find a lot of my pictures that I've done at different events.
Oh, wow. And then is there I guess you could say an El Paso favorite that you have, or a template that favorite everyone has?
That one right there.
Oh, nice.
The mountain. Yeah, Mountain Star. That one is the most popular. My head is blocking the star.
Oh no, it's good. I think even
the skull.
Oh,
the skull was super popular, and I probably could do it throughout the year, but I still feel kind of like it belongs during Halloween. But the sugar skull is really popular.
Yeah, that one is really nice. I think if I had to pick, I think those two are probably my favorites.
Oh, really?
Like first and second, and then the other ones are they're really beautiful.
That one is my poppy painting. Let's see.
Oh, nice.
There, that one I've done recently, and then this one here I haven't actually done with anybody yet. It's sort of in the making. It's not quite ready. And that one we did not too long ago. That one was also really popular. People really enjoyed that. So most of these can be like, you can modify it. So if you like, if you don't really care for that color combination, I always have different colors and things like that. So you could really make it your own. It's not entirely just, it's not so much like a paint by number kind of.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's like they really get the painting.
Yeah, there is still a little bit of technique, nothing to scare anybody, a little bit of a technique and some room for creativity. So
that is so cool. And my a while back before the pandemic, my wife had done one with, I think, some coworkers, and she had a really good time, and her painting came out awesome. And
yeah,
her and I aren't artists, but I mean, she had a really great hand and an eye for the way she painted it, and that is so cool what you do. Are you originally artist, or how did you get started in all this?
Well, I mean, I always have loved art. I've always loved creating, and I think it's just always been in me, and so I've dabbled here and there, mostly self-taught.
And you've been painting. You're not, so you weren't always like you weren't like a trained artist.
Okay, yeah, sorry. The noise in my house is distracting me. So like, this is my home. So
No problem.
But yeah, so I started with just doing my own thing, of course, and then I had my family. So during, my kids, I homeschooled my kids from little to grown until they went to college. And so I was really busy. I ran a homeschool group. And so I only had little pockets of time to play with paint and things like that. And once they were done, I really had a desire to paint again and be creative. And so I actually started teaching some homeschool kids in my house painting, like more fine art painting. And that was really nice. I enjoyed that a lot. So it was hard, I think, just having it in my home all the time. But I think that was the start in my head that I decided what I really wanted to do was do mobile events. So it was less structured as far as like art lessons. It was less of an art lesson and more of just let's have fun. Let's, and I started the business in 2020 during the COVID fun time, and I knew that people needed an outlet. People needed a way to relax and be creative. And so I actually only did the paint kits because we couldn't meet up. And eventually, when we were able to meet up, then there was this huge desire to get together and connect with people again. So timing was really good as far as that goes. So.
Oh, that's awesome. And then I know we were talking about earlier, you have, I guess, almost like a regular residency at a place of business. Can you talk a little bit about that and what you do and like maybe a little bit about the time and stuff?
Yeah. So I do usually twice a month at Three Missions Brewery, and that's in Socorro on Socorro Road. And then I also do. I'm starting at Painted Dunes Golf Course. That will be not as frequent, but probably like a regular time. I've had one event there, and it worked out really well. The first one we had to cancel because it was a weird snow day, and so golf courses are closed on snow day. So, but we'll be doing that pretty much on a regular basis, also.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and so that's all I've got so far. I have a lot of people requesting me to find a place on the west side, which I would love to do, and I just haven't found the right spot because I think mostly what I need is a location where it will enhance their business as well as help me with mine, but not take away from. So I want, if there's a space for us to do the painting and there's still space for their other customers to eat and drink or whatever they're doing, that's kind of ideal. So that's what I'm mostly looking for, is that kind of location.
We had talked to like the benefit of you doing it at a location like that, because not only does it help you, but it helps that place of business bring in other customers. And like you said, you help, you have the painting part, the paint party, and then you also, not only do you help yourself with your customers, but you bring customers into that business and you just help each other out.
Right. That's the idea. So ideally, I am bringing new people into their location, and they're going to enjoy it so much that they're going to come back. They're going to bring their friends. They're going to buy whatever it is that they're selling, and that's the benefit. So it should be a mutual benefit. I don't want to take away anything from their place, because that will defeat the purpose. I mean, They're not going to want me back. The business wouldn't want me. So the main thing is, and so I work really hard at, I actually spend the least amount of time painting, which is sad because that's really what I want to do, but I have to do the marketing. And so the marketing is constant, like every day, posting on social media, working on, emails and the dreaded website, and networking, talking to people, all that. So that's pretty much it. But
awesome. No, I mean, it from some of the pictures I've seen and just the art you have on your wall, it seems like you're a great teacher, and hopefully maybe my wife and I can hit out one of the places you're at and have a paint party with you.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
And
so I also do private parties. You could do that too.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, that is, and all that information's on your website and also on your social media, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. And again, if you're looking for it, it's Texas Terry's Paint Party. And it'll be, she's on the web, social media, her phone number. I will make sure I put all the information in the description below, Miss Terri. I appreciate you being with me. Is there anything else you want to say or add before we end today?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. I love trying new designs. If you wanted to do something and you don't see something that you like, let me know, and I might have it already, or I can create it for you. And don't be afraid to try it, because if you have a little bit of interest in it, you might realize that you have a hidden talent that is just waiting to come out.
Awesome. Awesome. Miss Terri, thank you again. And again, it's Texas Terry's Paint Party. And we'll have all the information in the description below. Miss Terri, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch. And if you ever need anything, let me know, please.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.